Hi everybody! It's time to look at the movies that will be released in March. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel. John Wick Chapter 4. It's been 8 years since Keanu Reeves' John Wick went on a revenge rampage after a bunch of baddies broke into his house and killed his puppy, and his taste for revenge has not changed much. John Wick uncovers a path to defeating the High Table. But before he can earn his freedom, Wick must face off against a new enemy with powerful alliances across the globe and forces that turn old friends into foes. Creed 3. After dominating the boxing world, Adonis Creed has been thriving in both his career and family life. When childhood friend and former boxing prodigy Damien resurfaces after serving a long sentence in prison, he is eager to prove that he deserves his shot in the ring. The face-off between former friends is more than just a fight. To settle the score, Adonis must put his future on the line to battle Damien, a fighter who has nothing to lose. Blueback follows Abby, a child who befriends a magnificent wild blue grouper while diving. When Abby realizes that the fish is under threat, she takes inspiration from her activist mom, Dora, and takes on poachers to save her friend. Scream 6. Times may change, but Scream will never die. The sixth film in the Scream franchise will hit theaters on March 10th, 2023. This film is set to take place in New York City. All the movies that came before it took place in and around the fictional town of Woodsboro, California, so this will be the first time the franchise is branching out to other locations. The official synopsis reads, "The Scream saga continues with the 4 survivors of the Ghostface killings as they leave Woodsboro behind and start a fresh chapter." Primary position 2023. 2 teens, Darnell Jackson and Tracy Lavelle, lived a turbulent life in the trying urban streets of Chicago, Illinois. Everything changed when Darnell convinces Tracy to skip college and join the military. While trying to do the right thing with helping Ukraine against the Russians, things don't go as planned. Darnell goes back to Chicago where he must face new enemies, a corrupt mayor and a city full of hate. What will Darnell do? Sound of Silence. After her father ends up in the hospital, Emma flies back from New York to her hometown in Italy and stays at her parents' home. All alone in the house, she faces an evil entity that is connected to a cursed radio. Emma will have to unveil the dark secret behind the radio to survive the night and protect the one she loves. Hunt her, kill her. On an otherwise peaceful evening during her first night on the job, a lone night shift janitor finds herself in an unexpected fight for survival when she becomes the target of sinister masked intruders. As their disturbing motives become clearer, she must use her crafty instincts and barbaric violence to make it through the night alive. 65 is a science fiction thriller written and directed by Scott Beck and Brian Woods, starring Adam Driver, Ariana Greenblatt, and Chloe Coleman. After a catastrophic crash on an unknown planet, pilot Mills, Adam Driver, quickly discovers he's actually stranded on Earth 65 million years ago. Now, with only one chance at rescue, Mills and the only other survivor, Koa, Ariana Greenblatt, must make their way across an unknown terrain riddled with dangerous prehistoric creatures in an epic fight to survive. Champions. A former minor league basketball coach is ordered by the court to manage a team of players with intellectual disabilities. He soon realizes that despite his doubts, together, this team can go further than they ever imagined. The Magic Flute. 17-year-old Tim Walker as he travels from London to the Austrian Alps to attend the legendary Mozart boarding school. There, he discovers a centuries-old forgotten passageway into the fantastic world of Mozart's The Magic Flute. Bunker! Trapped in a bunker during World War I, a group of soldiers are faced with an ungodly presence that slowly turns them against each other. Shazam! Fury of the Gods! The adventures of Billy Batson and Shazam have only just begun. This sequel likely starts with Billy feeling unsure about if he's a good enough superhero. Not to mention his superpowered siblings are doing their own things and he's having trouble keeping them in check. However, Jimin Hunsu's wizard character, who in the first movie gave Billy powers before turning into dust, eventually warns him that the daughters of Atlas are coming for him. Believing that children stole the powers of gods, the sisters rebuild the wizard's power-transferring staff that Billy broke in the first movie and will probably use it to take back these powers from the Shazam family. Inside, Nemo, a high-end art thief, is trapped in a New York penthouse after his heist doesn't go as planned. Locked inside with nothing but priceless works of art, he must use all his cunning and invention to survive. A Snowy Day in Oakland, a magical urban tale about a beautiful psychologist from San Francisco who decides to end a stalled romance with her longtime, high-profile, psychiatrist, boyfriend/business partner. She moves on with her life by opening her own private practice in a vacant, street-front office space in the middle of a small, commercial block located across the bay in Oakland, turning the predominantly African-American and psychologically ignored neighborhood on its emotional ear. Grey Mule, the movie. A violent and gritty retelling of the life of Grey Mule, the 16th century pirate queen from Ireland. She was a fighter, a pirate, and a tough woman, carving her mark in a man's world. This exciting film is violent, dark, brutal, exciting, and often darkly comic. The ultimate female action hero steeped in ancient Irish history. A Good Person follows Allison, whose life falls apart following her involvement in a fatal accident. Dungeons and Dragons, Honor Among Thieves. A charming thief and a band of unlikely adventurers embark on an epic quest to retrieve a lost relic, but things go dangerously awry when they run afoul of the wrong people. Assassin. A man dies as part of an experimental military program. A former Black Ops soldier takes his place to find who killed him.